Last Blood. Hey YouTubers, also fantastic here. I'm just relaxing before I get ready to sleep. Having a Modelo. Watching that Rambo Last Blood movie right now on Netflix. That's where they got it at right now. Thanks for anybody who drops by. Thumbs up. Hey, to me in the house. Thanks for dropping by. I'm watching the Rambo Last Blood movie on Netflix before I fall asleep here. Thanks for dropping by. Earlier today, I watched the new Captain America movie. That movie was pretty good. The Marvel movie, Captain America was good. Hey there, CR7. Goat, hi, how you doing? Thank you for dropping by. 1 like and 3 million in the house. Yeah, so I was watching the Captain America movie today. That was pretty interesting. It was pretty good. Um, just haven't done 24 years in the Navy. I know there was. I don't want to ruin the movie for you, but there were some scenes where they had two navies getting ready to fight each other. Hey Jeffrey, thanks for dropping by. Again, don't want to spoil the Captain America movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's pretty good. Good plot line. Some of you probably saw the trailers where it showed the red Incredible Hulk in it. Jeffrey, thanks for dropping by. Hi. CR7 Goat, thanks for dropping by. 9 million in the house, thanks for being here. And 1 thumbs up. So the movie was pretty good. Um, I'd never seen the Red Hulk unless it's in the comic book series, but I never followed the Hulk in the comic books. Um, I think most people will like it. It was about 2 hours and maybe 20 minutes long. Um, the funniest thing, the the new movies coming out took about 15 minutes themselves. I watched it. I did a live earlier today where I drove to Kyle, Texas to meet my oldest. Yeah, it was long. My oldest had to go to the restroom in like halfway down the movie, so it was pretty long. I like movies when they're about 90 minutes, but you know these Marvel movies or any movies like Marvel, um, they had a preview for the new Mission Impossible movie coming out with Tom Cruise. That's in the summertime. It's coming out. Tom Cruise has another Mission Impossible. Thanks for the 4 likes, the 4 million in the house. So Tom Cruise has another movie coming out. That's what I saw in the previews. Again, they had 15 minutes worth of previews. It was crazy. Um, I remember when it used to be just like 2 previews and then it moved on to the movie. There was a nod to Fantastic Four. They really didn't show too much for the preview, so thanks for the 6 likes for me in the house. There was a nod to the Fantastic Four movie coming out. They had a preview for the new. They called it Legends. The Karate Kid movie is coming out. There's a new Karate Kid movie coming out in the summer. It's got Jackie Chan in it and Ralph Macchio is in it. So it looks like there's a kid. It looked like New York City, even though Netflix has had and even the old Karate Kids were set in L.A. In Los Angeles over there. This new one looks like it's gonna take place in New York City. Jackie Chan's in it, Ralph Macchio's in it. So it's got a good storyline. So most people like it and stuff. I think if you like the movies of all the Karate Kid movies. Again, I'm just here relaxing before I get ready to hit the hay behind me and stuff like that. Have a cold, tall one here, 24 ouncer. Um, Cheers to everybody. If you're old enough to drink, cheers. Again, thanks for everyone that's dropped by. 1 million still here in the house and 6 likes. Thanks. So again, don't want to spoil it, so I won't say too much. You know, you just had the Red Hulk in there. Um, there's a scene where they have two navies fighting each other, and just being a navy and being on cruisers and destroyers, the way it was set up, the fleets to defend the carrier, it just they were too close. There was some missiles shot at the ships, and the destroyers and cruisers launched their missiles to counteract those missiles that got shot to the ship. But it looked like they only shot off like 8. But of all the cruisers and destroyers shot off at least 4 or 5 each, there would have been more than 8. But again, that's just me, the background I've had being on cruisers and destroyers. Um, but overall, it was a good movie. I think most people like that. They did have, like most Marvel movies, they do have a ending. Once the credits roll by, they do have the ending, and then they showed a little highlight there. I won't tell you what it was, but yeah. Other than that, the movie was kind of long, like Jeffrey here mentioned, but I enjoyed it. And then they had the good previews of other movies coming up. I did see a movie poster. They have a Stephen King movie coming out called The Monkey. I think they've shown highlights already. The the Monkey is a remake. I believe the original Monkey movie by Stephen King was done in the 1980s, late 1980s, if I remember right. That's the one with the monkey that's got the clapping cymbals. Thanks for the 7 likes. And when he claps the cymbals, people die in the movie. So that's a Stephen King movie that's coming out again. It's a remake. And they have some other movies that just for different audiences and stuff like that. But Stephen King one, I'd probably go watch it. The Karate Kid, I've always liked Karate Kid. When Karate Kid came out, I was in high school also, so I remember those years. The first, second, and third Karate Kid, I was still in high school. Where you going, Jagger? With my left hand or right hand? Well, one of them was holding the beer earlier. Where are you going? Yeah. So left hand here, right hand here. It's just I'm out of screen and stuff like that. I'm just relaxing and stuff before I get ready to go to sleep for the night. But where are you going, Jagoff? Okay. Jeffrey, where are you going? Anybody else come in, left comments, leave where you're from. CR7 Goat, hi. Go and leave where you guys are from. If you're from another country, if you're from the United States, what state you're from. No, no, where you're going? No, it's just off screen over here. That's my right hand, and then my left hand's got the beer here and stuff like that. But that's pretty funny. It's just like get ready to go to sleep. You're from your mother's basement. Well, in Texas, most cities in Texas don't have basements. Actually, I think they're not. We don't have the same code, so they don't build a lot of basements in Texas. There are tornado shelters built here in North Texas, East Texas, and West Texas. They get the tornado shelters, so that's the closest thing from a basement over here. But other than that, we've had a pretty cold week. The last 7 days has been cold. The highest temperature only got up to 38 the last 4 or 5 days. And tomorrow's finally going to hit 64. So that was our coldest week of winter so far. We had some other colder days. There was one day it had snow, but the next day was pretty much in the 70s. So Again, that was the coldest stretch. Thanks for the 7 thumbs up. Hey, 1 million in the house. Thanks for dropping by. 7 thumbs up. I'm watching the Rambo Last Blood movie, the last one he did of Rambo. It's on Netflix and stuff now. This one I actually watched at the movie theater. And Moorhead and X Hunter Duo. I'm just here relaxing for the night before I get ready to go to sleep. I was over at the movie theaters early. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Earlier I was talking about the new Captain America movie, Marvel movie that I saw. Um, Pretty good movie and stuff like that. Yeah, just having a finishing a cold one here. Once it's done, then I'll probably be going to sleep. Well, I usually don't mention it, but if you guys like the video, go like, share, subscribe. I do have a members only area, also a members only section. But usually during the lives, I just chilling and I don't really push for the subs. So if somebody subs, enjoy the variety of videos I have, that's great. I always appreciate that. Actually, earlier today, I got a little message. I hit 300,000 views for the 2.5 years that I've been on. Again, I started when I was 50 years old. I've been on 2.5 years old already. So it's just started like a hobby and just continue doing it and stuff like that. I know I had a comment the other day. Somebody was watching one of my videos. I'm not like the best voice out there. Um, but they commented like, your review is bad, this and that. I'm like, yeah, everyone's got their opinion. My review is what I thought was good food and stuff like that. So the only way to check out what I said about the review of the food is go to that place and check it out and review it yourself. See what happens. Um, Other than that, also had, yeah, I know I'm doing good. It's just the people like, I don't mind the comments and stuff like that. That's probably maybe the worst comment I ever had. So I've never really had any bad comments. I know I hear other people that do lives, but I think it's because they're bigger channels, and sometimes they get all those trolls and all the other stuff happening. Um, so I just stay pretty chill in mine and stuff like that, and don't mention too much, unless it's something I've done today, or like I said, went to the movie theaters up in Kyle, Texas, to watch this movie, and then I did a live while I was driving from where I live up to Kyle, Texas. So I did a live earlier today, and I actually posted a video today of one of my grocery store visits. I went to HEB because the cold weather. I hadn't done a regular video where I go out and about, walking around, going to museums, other places, because it's again hasn't been over 40 degrees for the past 5 days. Um, our winters, this the first week where the winter is actually winter in Central Texas. Thanks for the 4 likes, 8 million in the house. Anybody drops by, just leave a comment. Again, thanks, Moorhead. Let's see who else was here. Where you at? Jeffrey and CR7. Thank you guys for dropping by, leaving a comment. Wherever you're from in the world or states, leave where you're from. Um, Gracias para toda la gente que ya está visitando aquí en Jose Fantasticville. Gracias, domo, arigato, salamat, obrigado. Thank you for the people that have dropped by so far. Just a couple of languages and stuff. Spanish, of course. The last name, my family name is actually Portuguese. Lived in Japan for about 15 years, so I know a little Japanese, and no Filipino also. Are not fluent, but enough to say the basics. But thanks for all those hearts that are flying down there on the bottom. It looks like, again, I'm watching the the Rambo Last Blood right now. Finishing the cold one before I get ready to hit the hay and stuff here. Thanks for the 3 million in the house. The 8 likes or 9 likes now. Wow, 9 likes. Again, I don't push it too much, but if you like my variety that I have channel wise, I just hit 300,000 views earlier today. I was at 24.97 on the subscription people, so it'd be cool to hit by March 2,500. Yeah, that the guy talking about the reviews, he also mentioned like he doesn't understand how I got 2,400 subscribers, and like I just keep pushing ahead, keep posting videos, the variety, the different places I go. I know I don't have the great voice, but kind of talk the way I see it and stuff like that when I'm at a lot of the places. I read some of the things too. But again, thanks for dropping by, guys. X Hunter Duo, thanks for dropping by. Big thumbs up to you and everyone else that dropped by and left thumbs up, and all those hearts that are flying on the bottom. That's cool. I've usually seen that on other people's lives, or like the 100 or the little. I think they got a firework thing. Again, cheers all. Oh, that would be cool. Thanks. Let me or X Hunter Duo. Thanks. If you got a channel, let me know on here that you have a channel. Leave a comment. Hey, I have a channel, and I'll go check it out later on once I'm done with the live or tomorrow morning when I wake up. I usually work on Sundays, so I'll be up in the morning about 7 to get ready to go work. Um, hey, Johnny Reynolds. I think that's what it says. Or is it Johnny or Jenny? I just got these new glasses and stuff, new prescription. Once you get over 50, you start going blind or something. Johnny Reynolds, thanks for dropping by. What's up to you and stuff like that? Just relaxing. Earlier in the live, I mentioned that I went to watch the new Captain America movie. I really didn't give out too much spoilers, but it's kind of cool to see the Red Hulk, the Red Incredible Hulk in the movie. They have a Falcon in the movie. Different guys playing the Falcon. Um, the guy that Captain America was the Falcon before, so he's playing Captain America now. They did have Bucky came back out and stuff like that. I watch wrestling, Johnny, not too much. I would when I grew up, my grandmother actually, believe it or not, used to take us to Matamoros, and because I grew up in the Rio Grande Valley, and my hometown was Brownsville. But we'd go with our grandmothers sometimes, and we go to Matamoros, Mexico, and we watch wrestling over there, the lucha libre type wrestling. So some of that was pretty cool, and it was probably not, I guess, not staged, but you know how they rehearse. But sometimes in Mexico they get carried away, and one of the matches we went to, the guy bit off the guy's ear. That was in the mid '80s, so that was kind of interesting stuff like that. I did watch wrestling, WWE. It's all right, X Hunter, no problem. Just thanks for coming by, and if you gave a thumbs up, thanks for that. Uh, Again, I don't ask for that stuff. If somebody does that, it's out of the kindness of their hearts or whatever. I usually never ask for that in any of my lives or stuff, or even in my regular videos. Usually, the worst I do in videos is ask for people like, hey, if you want, check out my members section, or check out my variety videos and like, share, subscribe if you do like those videos. Oh, The Rock. So is The Rock coming back now, or is he just like special occasions, special appearance that The Rock came back? Thanks for the 5 million and 10 likes. The Rock's been pretty good. I liked WWE even when it was WWF before they had to change the name because of the World Wildlife Fund. I don't know. Did you see the Netflix special they had on Vince McMahon? It was a 3 episode event, like a documentary on Vince McMahon on Netflix, and shows how Vince McMahon kind of rose to power, got it from his father, and then started buying out all the other areas and stuff like that. February, I gotta take my glasses off. I just got a new prescription. I can't see stuff. February 25th, Ric Flair. Hey, it's pretty good. You probably saw the commercial where that one commercial where they had the Macho Man, the guy turned into Macho Man. Um, so I liked wrestling back when they had, what's that guy's name? Sergeant Slaughter, um, Macho Man, Randy Savage, um, some of those guys in there. Of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's from Victoria, Texas, which is about an hour and a half from here, on U.S. Highway 77 in Texas. So yeah, Steve Austin loved him and stuff like that. And when they brought The Rock, that's where WWE started getting a little bit better because they started having these guys that would not like each other. But then there's some times where the wrestling got carried away. Um, yeah, Stone Cold, 316. He get his beer can, drink it, and then just throw it out in the crowd. So I remember the Stone Cold days. I tell you though, I really like wrestling right now. I don't know too many guys in wrestling, or like the newer people that are wrestling right now. Yeah, Houston Rockets. There's nothing wrong with the Houston Rockets. I remember when they were had their playoff years in the '90s and stuff. I live close to San Antonio, so we're Spurs fans. Been to most of the Spurs games. My son just went to the game. The Spurs, like the last 5 years, Austin's begging them to play up in Austin, Texas, the San Antonio Spurs. And last night was one of the 5 games they're going to be playing in Austin. Some of the people in San Antonio are scared that the San Antonio Spurs are going to move to Austin because they got more money and all that. Even though San Antonio is a lot bigger city, uh, they're scared the Spurs are going to move up to Austin just because all those big companies are moving in up there. Are they winning right now, the Rockets? Hey, Google, Houston Rockets score.
Currently, the Rockets are leading the Jazz 69 to 64 in the third quarter.
That's not bad. 69-64 in the third quarter. That's what Google just told me. So, yeah, the Rockets aren't bad. Again, like I remember back in the 90s when they were real good, got into the playoffs and all that, when they had some great players. Again, Spurs fan there, here. And we've always loved the Spurs from back when I was young. We had good Spurs teams, but then in the '90s when they started doing good, you had the Admiral, David Robinson, Duncan, and then Ginobili, Parker, all those guys. I got as far as autographs, I got Tony Parker's autograph, and two of the other players. Yep, they're playing the Jazz right now. They're winning right now. It says 35-21. It's not too bad. That's pretty good. I know the Spurs aren't going to make the playoffs again this year. And then Victor Wembanyama, number one for the Spurs. He thanks for the 10 likes, guys. Thanks for everyone who's dropped by so far. Victor Wembanyama, I know he had a blood clot in the shoulder a couple days ago, so he's not going to play the rest of the year. So the Spurs' tallest player and youngest player is not going to be playing the rest of this year. Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, Johnny, I know you're a Houston Rockets fan. I think of the three Texas teams, all three are good. They usually make up good teams. The Houston Rockets, the San Antonio Spurs, the Dallas Mavericks. But the Dallas Mavericks, their new ownership, since Mark Cuban's only got 40% ownership, the rest of the ownership just did the Dallas Mavericks wrong, I think. They lost their best player to the Lakers. It's just crazy. Oh, that's great. Which NASCAR driver? I didn't watch the racing today. Um, some people in my family like NASCAR. They'll go to the events and stuff like that. Here, I don't know where the nearest one is in Houston, but the nearest speedway that they do NASCAR sometimes is in Austin, Texas, up the road. And that actual location where they do the racing is near the area where Elon Musk is going to be building. Well, he's already got his Tesla factory there, but that town he's going to be building, uh, start a little city type place, is over there near the Austin Speedway where they do NASCAR racing. Do you live in Johnny Reynolds? You live in the Houston area also, or the only places in Houston I've been to is the Woodlands, Missouri City. We stayed in West Houston before, and then if you go over to Galveston, and if I go drive through Houston, it's because I'm going to the casinos in Louisiana. On the Xfinity Series, yeah, that's pretty good. In the Atlanta Speedway, it's probably good weather over there right now. Here, well, today it's been drizzling all day. Earlier this morning, we had ice on the roads and stuff like that. But yeah, Atlanta right now, I guess, has good weather. Probably cooler, not like South Florida, Daytona, and all that. Delivery? Delivery? Hey, 1 million in the house. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the 10 likes. I'll be here for a little bit longer, and then I'll probably be hitting the hay. Let me go toss this one. I'll be right back. Thanks for the 2 million in the house right now. Go throw this in the trash. My bottle of water somewhere. Austin Hill won today in NASCAR Xfinity race. Okay, cool. Austin. How long's that guy been racing? It looks like a new name for me. Again, my knowing my age is just, I get used to some of those old guys that race and stuff like that, or I still remember their names. I'll be right back. I'm gonna toss this and go get my water. Just had to get something there. Thanks for the 1 million, the 10 likes in the house. We live in the San Antonio, Texas area there, Johnny. So again, like I said, San Antonio area. So Spurs fans over here. Most people down here are Dallas Cowboys fans, and I think we probably won't get an NFL team here until something happens to Jerry Jones and his whole family. If they sell that team, then we'll probably get a team down here one day. Um, yeah, San Antonio, Texas area, Central Texas. Again, I have been up to Houston and stuff. I'm here. Thanks 1 million in the house still. Currently, I'm in the Central Texas area, just a little bit north of San Antonio, Texas. That's why we're San Antonio Spurs fans, near San Antonio. That's where we currently reside at. But I'm originally from Brownsville, Texas, which is in the Rio Grande Valley. I just finished those beers there. My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys. Uh, Even though Jerry Jones doesn't seem interested in winning Super Bowls, he seems interested in just getting money from fans. Um, so I love the Cowboys, but just like most Dallas Cowboys fans, we just don't like Jerry Jones that much. He's the one that's hurting the whole team. But the Houston Texans did good this year. They got Stroud there. Stroud, as long as he could play healthy all the time, he'll be good. Yeah, Buffalo Bills aren't bad. Houston Texans, like I said, if Stroud could stay healthy, the coach for the Texans was awesome. He does good. The players for the Texans are pretty good. If they all do good, I think they could do good in the playoffs for at least the next 4 or 5 years. But we just have to see how Kansas City is because Kansas City's still there in their team and coaching. Um, it'll be hard for the Houston Texans to get into a Super Bowl unless for some reason the Kansas City Chiefs start doing bad next year. But I'd like to see the Houston Texans get into the AFC Championship next year. I thought this would have been one of the years where they did it. It would have been awesome if Buffalo had gone to, like, say, you put Buffalo there. It'd be awesome if Buffalo win. But AFC teams, we kind of root for the Baltimore Ravens. We have friends that like the Ravens as far as AFC teams. So we kind of go with them on that as far if you go for an AFC team. NFC teams, it's going to always be the Cowboys. College football team, I would say University of Texas, the Longhorns. We have other universities down here in the area I live, but University of Texas is pretty good. UTSA, where I'm actually a graduate student still in my last semester. UTSA, they've won 2 years ago, and the year before that, they went back to back for their division, which I think they're in a Division Two. They're not Division One teams. Yeah, so University of Texas at Austin, that's my best team. Right now, they have the Manning, the nephew of Eli and Peyton Manning's nephew. Archie Manning is playing for the University of Texas. Hopefully, he starts to get more reps and plays more games and stuff. He was in a couple of times when their quarterback was hurt. Clemson, LSU, that's not bad. Are you originally from Louisiana? 82 million in the house, 10 likes. Are you originally from Louisiana there, Johnny? Um, Houston, really? I guess Houston don't have good football teams. You have the University of Houston. I guess, well, Rice University, but that's Rice University is private. I don't even know what conference those guys are in. University of Houston. From there, you really don't have too many university schools unless, yeah, you go to Louisiana and watch those guys. The one good thing in Louisiana is the gambling over there. Thanks everyone that's been here. He hasn't called yet. That's what I'm waiting for. Thanks everyone that's been dropping by so far. 10 thumbs up. That's awesome. For one of my lives, I think the most ever I got was 9 thumbs up. Again, if you like this, go and like, share, subscribe. I've had 300,000 views in 2.5 years. For a small channel, that's pretty good. You're not from Louisiana? Yep. There's nothing wrong with Louisiana people and stuff like that, or even Texas. Texas is probably the best state anyway. But Thanks for the 10 thumbs up. Yeah, if anybody stops by, thank you everyone that's left comments and stuff. Johnny left comments there. I've had X Hunter Duo left comments. Thanks for that. Who else left? Where are you going? Left comments. Jeffrey left comments. And CR7 left comments. Thank you everyone that's left comments so far. Gracias para toda la gente que ya venía aquí. José Fantástico para watchar. Obrigado, salamat. Domo arigato for anybody from other countries that have come by. Well, y'all, I'm getting ready to hit the hay here, go to sleep in the bed here behind me. So far, if you guys did like this, go and like, share, subscribe. I'm going to call it because I have to wake up in the morning and go to work. I usually only get Fridays and Saturdays off, or sometimes Thursdays and Fridays. Those days rotate. But I have to work tomorrow morning. Again, if you like this, go and like, share, subscribe. That's usually all I say. I don't keep pushing it. I do have members channel section. I got 300,000 views today, so thank you everyone that's done that. Supported my channel. Come by and look, stuff like that. Again, it's variety. And then also, I'm almost at 2,500 2,500 subscribers, not fans, but 2,500 subscribers. How do I like it in San Antonio? San Antonio's been pretty good. I've lived in this area 10 years. Actually, 11 years now. Being from the Rio Grande Valley, I grew up down there, born and raised in the Rio Grande Valley, which is Cameron County, Willacy County, Hidalgo County, Starr County, the bottom 4 counties of Texas. So our summers back in the 80s were staying over South Padre Island over there, or going across the border when it was, as a 16, 17-year-old, it was safe to go across the border in Matamoros and go dance and have a beer or something like that. But it's changed a lot again since the 80s. Yeah, San Antonio is a pretty good city. It's a great place. Almost 3 million people in this area. In the San Antonio area, we got our own basketball team, professional basketball team. It's considered a small market team. We're waiting for us to get a football team here, NFL team. But again, the biggest hurdle for us to get a professional team here in San Antonio is the Dallas Cowboys. The ownership of the Dallas Cowboys don't want another team down here. Because Houston, they're just the counties around Houston. We're all of Texas, Oklahoma, parts of New Mexico, and even Arizona, all Cowboys fans. So I think that's why Jerry Jones and his family don't want a team down here in the San Antonio, Texas area. But if Elon Musk or some more of these big corporations that come to Austin, Texas area, they might try to wrangle their way. They got the money to get an NFL team down here in this area. Thanks all that's dropped by. Again, I've been on here about 45 minutes. Thanks for the 3 million in the house, a 10 thumbs up. I'm going to call it here shortly so I can go to sleep. I got to wake up in the morning. I had a little beer earlier, some adult beverage and stuff like that. But again, thanks everyone that's dropped by. I'm going to call this for the night. You guys have a good night. Stay warm if you're in a cold area. Still stay cool if you're in a hot area. Thanks for coming by. Adios.